Hey, what's up guys? Nick here. So today we have the Sovereign Knight Batman. This is the Onyx Edition, which it was a Mezco exclusive. So here's the box. This little exclusive sticker there. There's the side. There's the back. So there's no sleeve to pull it up. There's no museum style that you can just pull it up and see what's inside. Usually with the exclusive, that's how it goes. Get that box out of the way. Next we got the base plate. Nice base plate. No word written Batman. Nice gold and black. So put that. It's about a muted gold would be the best way to put it. All right, let's get to Batman himself. He is shiny as hell. So if you ever wanted to think of Batman in a rubber suit, this is what you got. Excuse me, guys. So leather-like cape, very, very shiny, very interesting. We'll go over the cape first, then we'll go over the body. So you can see how much it shines off the camera's lighting, off the flash light on the phone itself. So he looks like he wouldn't be able to bend much because of it. But he has good articulation. Let's go over the articulation first. Head on a ball joint. Neck doesn't move that much. There is some movement a little bit in the neck, but not too much. Neck has a... Whoop, there goes the head. He came flying off. Well, he does come with 3 different heads, so that's good that it comes off easily. No force. Shoulder joint. Double jointed elbows. Can't go that far with the costume, but it is double jointed or double hinged. Ball socket wrist, same on the other side, of course. Ab crunch is in there. Waist is in there, but like it's limited due to the costume and the belt. Same at the hip. If you have a Mezco figure, you know the rundown of the articulation. It's the same as most of them. Double at the knee. You get a nice range of articulation there. Doesn't feel like there's one at the boot cut. So the boot does not turn. Hit ankle. A nice ball jointed ankle. So that's the joints. Let's go over what's plastic and what's fabric. So a lot of this looks plastic just due to the amount of coating that they put on the fabric. But let's go over what's plastic. The head is plastic. The cowl, the rest of the cowl is plastic. The symbol's plastic. The belt's plastic. The bottom boot is plastic. The foot's plastic. And the hands and the gauntlets are plastic. These are a little bit sharp. So if I pull this in nice and close, you can see all this shine is all that vinyl that they put over top. And I think that's the best way to describe it. So there's cloth, but like a lot of it is covered with that vinyl to give it that detail. So that's really, really unique. This really reminds me of it. I know they're putting one out of a 1989 Batman, the Tim Burton Batman. This almost looks like their version of it. And I think a lot of people pick this up because they're like, oh my God, this looks like the 1989 Batman. And they'd be right. But this is like almost their own spin on it. This is the Sovereign Knight Batman. Okay, so that's him. I'm going to put him on his base so he can hang out in the back. Let's go over his accessories. Let's go over the heads first. He comes with 3 additional heads. We'll go over the Bruce Wayne head. So it's nice that they actually included another Bruce Wayne head because I know that the Ascending Knight Batman came with a Bruce Wayne head. And at the very end, I will pull out the regular version of Ascending Knight Batman and the Bruce Wayne head for you guys to take a look at in comparison. So that's the Bruce Wayne head. Very nicely done. I like it. I like that they're not trying to go after a particular actor. They just made their own version of Bruce Wayne. I think that's a smart way to go because actors change. Just make your own rendition. I think they captured Batman's likeness or Bruce Wayne's likeness very well done. So that's the Bruce Wayne head that you get with this one. You get a shorter-eared scowling Batman, which is interesting because I'll pop this head off for a better comparison. Yeah, that head comes off very easily. But if you look at them side by side, I pull them up on the stands, you can see that the ears are clearly height difference. So I personally like the one with the longer ears. I'm not a big fan of the teeth on this one's head, but it's an option for those who like the shorter eared Batman. And so we'll put this one back over here. And the third one is a battle damaged Batman cowl, which the ears are like the one that comes in the package, the longer styled ears. He's gone a couple rounds with somebody. It almost looks like he went a couple rounds with Catwoman due to the claw marks across the cowl. So maybe he pissed her off and said the wrong word. Maybe he told her to calm down and relax, and she just went apeshit on him. So there you go. That's the last of Final Hand. And the detail alone, they know how to paint battle damage. If you have a Frank Castle, you know that they know how to do like a black eye, and they know how to do damage. So the sculpting is amazing, and it looks kind of creepy with Batman without a head on. So let's put the original head back on there just for you guys to look at him while he's looking at you. Move this camera up just a little bit. Okay. Whole lot of accessories. Let's go over. You get a whopping 10 batarangs. So they come just like this. So it's good that they come separately in the package, so that you can't just, like, when you're trying to pop open the package to get the figure out, you don't just all of a sudden spray 10 batarangs flying all over the place. Great for those who do like to do diodes that need like lots of batarangs. If you're doing a Batcave, he's gonna have a lot of batarangs. Okay, we'll go over the hands last because the hands are kind of boring because they're just hands. So you get a sonic gun painted with the typically the Mezco version has the gold accented weapons. So if you ever had a Batman Day figure, you're going to get the gold accent. And that's what you get with this. This is the sonic gun. So the regular version that's coming out will be gray, and I do believe the colors would be different. It's probably going to be a silver accent instead of gold. So that's the sonic gun. You get one large batarang for those extra bad guys that are just too hard to hit, like Bane. So that's a large batarang with the gold accent as well. Grappling gun, and the grapple does come out. So you get the grappling hook, and you also get a secondary grappling hook that actually has a rope to it, so that if you wanted to, you don't get that much string, and it's a very very thin string. It's getting knotted up here. I'll have to fiddle with that later, but it doesn't seem like it gives you that much thread to go. So when you pull this out, if you do, oh, there we go. So, 6-inch figure, you probably get about, I know you can't see the hook, maybe about 8 inches worth of rope. And it's really much string. So I don't think you want to be hanging Batman by said string. It plugs right in. So I think it's more have him standing somewhere and have this kind of just tethered up somewhere further up. Or there's also, I will show you at the end, the armature that they give you that does it for the cape. You probably could figure out a way to attach the grappling hook to that so it looks like it's firing in midair. One other additional accessory they give you is the Bat-Drone. I love it. Like it's hiding in the back of the package, but it's a beautiful piece. I love the detail that they added to it. The only issue I have with it is there's no pin in there for you to be able to mount it like behind to have it like hovering, because it kind of feels like it needs its own stand or something to display this. And I think that maybe Mezco should start thinking about display options, either selling backdrops, because lots of people see their photos and they're like, oh man, I really want a backdrop for these things. They need to start thinking about selling like additional backdrops or additional stands or something to display these things. Like I use the NECA headstands, but I'm sure Mezco could say, hey, listen, we can do headstands and offer them as like some sort of accessory pack, or at least field test and see if people would be interested in it. All right, so the last thing we got are the hands, and we get a lot of hands. So we have the fist hands that are on him right now. We get, I'm looking over at the listing right now, we get 2 pairs of posing hands, which I don't know which one's opposing hands, but all right. So anyway, let's just go over these like this. So we get 2 of these that are identical, which I do believe this is the Batarang hand. because of the way that the finger's like sitting outward. The Bat-Drone can just slide in there and just fits only the tip of his finger. Or this is the, could be, nope, I'm wrong. I think that's the Bat-Drone hand. Okay, so that's the Bat-Drone hand. You get 2 of them. And I know it's hard to see because it's shiny, it's all black, so you're really kind of missing a little bit of the detail, but that's the Bat-Drone hand. You get 2 of those. So those are 2 Bat-Drone hands, so we can put them aside. You'll get the grapple gun hand. Let's pull the plug out of that. That's the one that I was first trying to put the Bat-Drone into. You get the pointer finger is flexible, so it just tucks it right in there. So you get 2 of those, 2 by 2. You have okay. There's the open. I guess this is considered the posing hand. It's just kind of open. So I guess you'd use this hand like one hand out, the other hand has a Bat-Drone, like he's like kind of like balancing himself out. You have a regular open hand. So I guess this is just a regular open hand. Like if you ever have a different accessory that you want him to hold, like say a piece of kryptonite or staff or some sort. So you get 2 of those as well. So you get doubles of everything. You get left and rights of every type of hand, except for one. One you get only 1 of. And I left the best one for last. The kryptonite knuckle duster. So it's a piece of clear green plastic in the top to give that gem look. So light does go through it. And this is the right hand. So very nice additional piece. So if you want to have an iconic battle between him and Superman, there you go. So whole lot of hands. Always welcome, always good to have extra hands, especially with Batman, because Batman has a lot of accessories, so he needs to have a lot of hands to hold said accessories. Okay, so final thoughts on the figure, and then we'll go into the comparison, because some people want comparisons, some people don't. Great figure, great exclusive if you got a hold of him. Is he necessary for your collection? If you're a big Batman fan, you probably already ordered him, so yeah. Do you need him? Absolutely? Probably not. Probably the regular version would be great for you. I have to double check the listing to see if there's any differences between this one and the exclusive. Like if you're missing any accessories like the head or anything else. I'm looking at it right now, actually. I have my iPad next to me to see what the regular version comes out with, because the regular version isn't even out yet. So they gave a treat to the people that did buy this one. So the regular version, you get everything except for it doesn't show the extra Bruce Wayne head. So I think that might be this is an exclusive to this. And I do believe it's an exclusive to the PX version, which will be a blue and gray deco scheme. And you do not get, that's it. That's only you don't get the extra head. And all the accessories are pretty much all black. The Bat-Drones, instead of them being silver, these are actually black. And the accessories themselves are highlighted with silver. So the Bat-Drone is pretty much all black with the silver accent. So if you think about the regular version, which is a black and gray version, everything that's gold is pretty much silver. And the symbol is going to be completely different. Anyway, this figure, that's what we're talking about, this figure. This figure, like I said, is very, very, very reminiscent of the 1989 Batman, which will be coming out later this year, maybe next year, depending on, Mezco's timescale, how they go. So you could, if you missed out on this one and don't want to spend the extra money because secondary markets can be brutal, you can wait for the 1989 Batman and probably be happy with that one. This one is for those absolute I need every version collectors. So yeah, I think that it's a medium pass. It's not an easy pass if you're a big Batman fan. It's a medium pass because I think that there's going to be another version of 1989 Batman which is going to look very, very similar. One thing I did forget to show you guys is that this grapple gun can go in the back, which I do believe is the same as the Ascending Knight Batman. I don't know if the belt's the same, but there you go. So the grapple gun can go in the back. I always love weapon storage on a figure. So medium pass. If you got them, great. I think you'll love them. If you didn't get them, don't freak out. So there you go, guys. That's my 2 cents. All right. So comparison time for those who love those comparisons. Everybody wants comparisons. I did a Spider-Man video, which you guys watched a lot of. Thank you very much for that. It made me want to do these videos more. But everybody's like, oh, can you compare the Spider-Mans? So I snagged my Ascending Knight Batman that I have up on my shelf. I just grabbed it real quick before starting this video up. So you can see the two of them side by side. So I'll let you look at them for a minute. I also have the Bruce Wayne head that came with the Ascending Knight Batman readily available for those who want to see the difference between the two of them. So I'll bring them out and we'll compare the Bruce Wayne heads first. All right, so this is the one that comes with Sovereign Knight that I'm moving back and forth. This is the one that came with Ascending Knight. So you can see that the hair's a little bit more tousled. You can see that the hair looks almost a little bit more grayed. So you can see that, like, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make like more of a progression of time. Like the Ascending Knight Batman was a young Batman, so that'd be this one, and then the Sovereign Knight Batman is going to be just a little bit older. So say maybe he's his early to late 20s, maybe he's in his mid 30s, getting closer to 40. Maybe the next one will be like a much older version. Maybe all his hair will be silver. I don't know. They've only shown the back of the next Batman that they're doing. I do believe they're doing a series of 3. So there you go. All right. So, like I said, this is the Ascending Knight Batman, which I did a review on a while ago. Big, huge, pointy ears and such. So if you wanted to see these two, now I know it's not a direct comparison considering that this one's the Onyx version and this is the Ascending Knight. This is the Ascending Knight Batman. But like I said, just grab this off the shelf real quick for you guys. But in case you were like, I have this one, do I need this one? They're drastically different. There's no, whoop, there you went. That's why you use a stand. There's nothing that seems to be reused. So they're completely different. Everything is, like I said, completely. There's no better way to say it. Completely different. When I get in the regular Sovereign Knight Batman, I'll pull this Batman back out again, and it'll be almost a direct comparison, almost like regular version versus regular version instead of an Onyx versus a regular version. But I know people are going to be like, well, what's it look like next to that? So I pulled it out for you guys just to take a look at real quick. This one has a lot more vinyl on it. So there you go. He looks a lot more armored up. He looks like if that vinyl is supposed to be armor, that's what it is. It's, he looks more like a rubber suit Batman. So there you go, guys. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.